Hi guys, can anybody see me? Are we on? Are we up and running? Okay, hopefully everybody can see me. I've never done one of these before, so let me know if it's working, if it's on. And we'll make a start. I'm going to give it a few seconds just to let everybody join in, making sure we're on. Hi Linda, I think you're on. Hi Stuart. Hi Diane. Hi Jill. Woo-hoo. Isn't it exciting? Hi. For those of you who haven't noticed, I have had my hair cut. Yeah. I think I look rather sexy. Yeah, I look a little bit younger now than I did before. I don't look like my mother. Anyway, I hope everybody's staying safe out there. Hi Linda, I see you too up on my top screen. Hi Jill, thank you for the comment. Hope everybody's doing all right. Hi Stuart, nice to see you. Nice to have a man on board rather than having just women. I have to make sure I use men and women now. Hoping we're all staying positive. Hi Jill. Hope everybody's staying positive out there. I know it's a really difficult time for everybody. We've just got to suck it up really and try and find the positives out of everything. What I would say is all the times when you've ever said to yourself, I haven't really got time to do anything, now really is the time. Now is the time when we can be doing all of those things that we've wanted to do. Thanks, Linda. I love you. Thank you. I'm glad you like my hair. And Lynn, hi, nice to see you. Thank you for joining in. What can we do to help keep us motivated then? I've had a few comments from people saying that they can't, keep on track. They're really struggling with the food. I absolutely get it. The minute something's different, there's things that there's a change to a routine. We do get like that. What can we do to help? There's lots of different things that we can do. One thing we can do is we can start having a little bit of a sort out. One thing I've done this week or during this week is I've tried to sort out my wardrobe. Stuart, you probably won't enjoy this job as much as some of the ladies. However, it's a good idea to start going through your wardrobes. Thanks, Liz. Glamorous as always. Maybe start sorting them into 3 groups. So maybe a group of clothes that you're not going to get back into. Those are the clothes I used to fit into. If we're keeping them just in case, there is going to be no just in case because we ain't going back there, guys. We're going to be always moving forward. So maybe ditch them, think about putting them in a charity shop. There's always somebody out there. Maybe we could start a swapsies group within the classes. Obviously, we've got our today wardrobe as well. Hi Louise. One thing we also need to be thinking about is, can we use our clothes maybe as a guide? So now we've got this time on our hands, can we start getting clothes out that maybe could inspire us to move forward? Maybe we could hang up something as motivation, maybe a swimsuit, maybe some trunks, maybe it's a suit for a wedding that we've got. Anything there that can actually help us. And I think sometimes to work towards a non-scale victory, so rather than working towards a number and working towards an actual object, for some people can be much more motivational than actually seeing the numbers change on weigh day. If you want to take that another step further and you really do like organising and you like to be all organised, hi Andrea, she's waving, hi Andrea. The other thing you can do is maybe start thinking about putting your skirts on a red hanger and your tops on a blue hanger, and that might sound really strange. Hi Jill, glad you managed to get on. But the other thing that you can do is it can help you just to be a bit more organised. And they do say the more organised you are and the more mentally prepared you are, it can help to keep you more focused. Another thing that we need to think about, ladies, is meals as well. So my hubby's just walked in. Do you know, they have the great act. Say hello. Hi.
Hello.
Meals. Another thing that you can do in terms of meals is we all have to watch what we're eating now as well. We're all, there's a limited amount of times that we can go out to supermarkets, and maybe there isn't a lot in the supermarkets as well. However, think about what is the situation we're in. Maybe we're shopping on a budget. Maybe we're shopping with cooking with limited ingredients. Put these things into Google. Shopping recipes with less than 3 ingredients in. Try putting in the ingredients that you've got and actually seeing what comes up. It doesn't mean that we all have to live on baked beans and toast, or we all have to live on crisps and chocolate if that's what we're feeling like at the minute. There's lots of nice recipes that we can actually achieve. Have we got any recipe books lurking around? I'm sure we've all got millions and squillions of these things out there. Is there anything that we can do? Can we look at these recipe books? Can we get re-inspired again? Not only for like now, but later on when obviously the time comes and we're all back to some kind of normality. The more recipes we have, the easier it is to follow a weight loss program. Maybe batch cooking as well. There's times when we've done the class and I've said to people, what do you do when you're busy, when you haven't got a lot of time? Well, I just grab something. Or maybe now is the time to prepare for that. So the next time you're making a cottage pie, the next time you're making some bolognese sauce, can we batch cook it? Can we have it in the freezer ready? So that when we get back to normal and we've got we are short of time some days, it doesn't take us off track as to what we're trying to do with our weight loss. Another good thing that could help is maybe start thinking about planning meals. We all know that we've got a little bit of time still to go. And planning is a really good habit to get into. So if we could sit down and work out what we're going to eat for the next week, and none of this, I don't know what I'm going to have, what should we, what do you want? And the answer you get is anything, whatever. Mentally, again, it doesn't put us in a very good place. Let's try and be a little bit more organised. Plus, it will help us to eke out maybe what we've still got in there. It might reduce the amount of times we have to go out. Plus, it means that if we're thinking about it, what we are going to put down is a sensible solution to meal ideas, not just ad hoc and sometimes the wrong decision. All these weekly plans that we do now can still be usable through, after this event. It's still things that we can learn moving forwards, and it's a really good habit to get into. And now is the time to start looking at what's hindering me, what habits am I in, what can I change, and how can I put them in place for the way forward. A really good thing that we should all be doing, and I don't like using this word because it does put people off, but is exercise. Okay, we're all inside. Hopefully we're all being good people, and for those who are lucky enough to maybe have a balcony or maybe have a garden, if you can get out there and you can do a little bit of exercise, the fresh air not only would do you good, but also a bit of gardening and getting down, start digging, start sweeping up some dead leaves. All of this is exercise, and the good endorphins are going to start flowing. It's going to make us feel happy. It's going to make us feel much more positive, not only about ourselves but also helping with the food choices that we're going to make down the line. For those people who are, who are inside or who want to do some exercise inside, spring cleaning, gotta be every time. And that goes for you men as well. John, Stuart, really is an excuse why you can't start spring cleaning. Windows, doors. Maybe we've got some old exercise equipment in the house that we haven't used for a while. Maybe we've all got some dumbbells in the bottom of some cupboards, or maybe got some tins of baked beans in the cupboard somewhere. Maybe we've got an exercise bike, and at the moment all it's used for is for hanging clothes on or as a decorative ornament. Maybe we should start getting back on it. Make friends with your sports equipment, whatever that may be. In terms of spring cleaning, you may even find some fitness DVDs lurking around in a cupboard, maybe The Green Goddess or Mr. Motivator or whatever his name was. All of these things you can be putting on. You have got time now to do all of these positive things to help weight loss. Get partners involved if you want. Do it at your own speed, do it at your own level, and then there's no rush. You are in control of the music and of the DVD. Put some, I don't know, Cliff Richard on, put whoever you want on, put any groovy music on, get dancing around the house. It all helps. Also, I don't know if anybody is interested, there are people doing free online exercise classes. There's a lady who I know here in Calpe who runs her exercise class. She's actually doing it online every day at 9:30 and 11, and you literally watch her and follow it from the comfort of your own home. She can't see you. You're responsible for doing it at your own pace, your own, at your own ability, and it's absolutely free. And it could mean that at the end of this, that you are feeling much better. It might encourage you then to want to go out and do some exercise on a more permanent basis. Maybe join a gym, maybe get an exercise buddy after class, and you can team up with somebody and go for a little walk. What I will try and do is I actually have a video, a YouTube video, which I use, which is walking, and it's just literally pacing up and down, back and forwards on the floor, but it gets you to walk, I think something like a mile in so many minutes, but it's literally only on for 15 minutes, and she shows you 3 different intensity levels, and if I can do it, I will attach it to the Facebook page later on. Okay, what else can we do? What about getting our cupboards organised? What about getting all our food ready? See what's lurking in the back. If you do find a recipe and you think, all I did was I put 3 ingredients together, and I came up with something wonderful, share it. We've got a Facebook page. We're not using it as much as we should be. Let's help each other out. Every single recipe that you've got, just because it helps you, let's share it. Let's help everybody else. Hide things that have been hindering weight loss. If you know you're a nibbler and you've got crisps and you've got chocolate or whatever it is, or cheese in your cupboards, are they helping you? Is this now time to have a really good sort out and remove anything that's been hindering weight loss? Okay, if you need to shop, as you said before, don't get caught up in the hustle and bustle of it all. Watch what you're doing. Some people might be very stressed out in the supermarket, and that is easy to kind of stress you out at the same time. So buy sensibly, take a list with you. The euro is bad for those people on pensions. I've just noticed it's dropped right down today. So shop savvy. Remember, it doesn't always have to be fresh ingredients if they're not available. There's canned, there's frozen. Frozen vegetables are just, and if not better than fresh vegetables, are going to bring with them much more health benefits, much more vitamins and minerals, and much more usable. At least they lurk around, save you having to go out any more times than you need to. A couple more things obviously we should be aware of and what we should be doing, not just now but all the time really, and we know we should be, but that's tracking. There really is no excuses now for not having enough time or not being can't be bothered to track. These things should be done now. All right, get your pieces of paper, get your pens ready, start tracking, start as from now, or start even from tomorrow if you can't face doing it today. It is a vital part of your weight loss program. They say to do something 12 times, once you've done it 12 times, it can actually form a habit. You've got 12 days now. We can use the next 12 days as a means, a positive way of looking at this time to start forming a good habit, and that habit is tracking. You get back in control of food. Don't let food control you. One thing you can be tracking on that is water. Everybody should be drinking water to stay hydrated. It keeps the brain alert. It keeps us feeling great. It stops hunger pangs, which a lot of people are saying, I'm hungry and bored. Are we drinking enough water? And people have told me that they're not carrying water. They didn't bring it home with them. It was too heavy to carry. I get it, completely understand it. In most areas, the water is safe to drink from the tap, but there are other things, hot Bovril, hot Oxo, bloody Marmite, or whatever that grim stuff is. But hot squashes, herbal teas, maybe to move on to something like that would actually stop you wanting tea and coffee, which may then make you want to have a biscuit. So finding another product to drink. Nibbles. Anybody feeling like they could do with some more nibbles? Yeah, probably. Everybody's getting a bit wanting to nibble on something at night. Keep it clean, ladies. Key thing here, think about how hydrated you are. We've just said about water, but the key thing is if you are dehydrated rather than actually hungry, think about how much protein you're having in your diet, how much fibre are you having in your diet as well. Maybe think about if you are looking for things to eat at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 9 o'clock at night, maybe get your little first aid kit ready. So things with your cherry tomatoes, your strips of cucumber. Maybe start thinking about, can I make my own healthy snacks now I've got some time on my hands? So some homemade vegetable crisps, for example. So get things like carrots, parsnips, get the old potato peeler out, cook them in the microwave, put them in the residual heat in an oven. Maybe you could make popcorn. Or get our poppadoms, poppadoms, uncooked raw poppadoms. Thanks for all the likes and the loves, beautiful. All the poppadoms, put them in a microwave, 30 seconds with some mango chutney, 2 poppadoms, 1 point. How can we possibly go wrong with that? Think about crackers, low-fat soft cheeses again. If we've got these things in and we've just brought them because we knew they were healthy, but we've not been eating them, now really is the time to do that. One big area as well, I know I'm rattling on a little bit, but emotionally this can be quite a difficult time for some people. Absolutely get it. It can be a very anxious, worrying time. Me personally, you know, I've got the kids, I do worry about them all the time, and it is something that that can be a big problem for some people. I absolutely get it. Remember that we are a really good family. We've got such a good bunch of people in these groups, and you know, I couldn't do my job without you guys. But phone a friend. You know, if you've got the phone number of somebody, don't sit there and think to yourself, I don't want to phone them. Maybe they'd appreciate a phone call. Maybe they feel just as anxious or as worried as you do. Email me if I can help you. Email me if you want to WhatsApp video me. But it's the most important thing is that you try and stay focused on something, because you guys are important, and the thing to stay focused on is your food here and your drink. And think about, I want to make this a positive experience. I want to, the next 2 weeks, I don't want to be the kind of person who thinks I'm going to eat for the first week and then get it off on the second week, because that's really hard to do. Stay focused, keep ploughing through for the next 2 weeks. Remember, use this. Use this. Spend these next 2 weeks. You would spend 2 weeks at Christmas time on your own. Maybe the only difference here is that you haven't got a Christmas tree up, but we very often spend 2 weeks at a time, you know, inside. It's what we do with it that counts. We have now got enough time to start making a positive difference for the way forward. So, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? We're going to start tracking. We're going to watch our food intake. We're going to get prepared for those nibbles. We're going to think about the future. We're going to start planning. We're going to use those trackers further down the line, those weekly plans down the line. We're going to get into some good habits. And on a more general picture, there's two other things that I want to just say. One is that what we are doing is actually saving other people's lives. By being responsible here and staying inside, we're stopping the spread of any naughty bugs that are out there, and for that you should all pat yourselves on the back, because you're doing a great job. And if we can save lives, then I think we're all marvellous people. And another one is that the army have been drafted in, and I love a man in uniform, so apparently that's another good positive. So stay strong. Try and stay sane. I know I've rattled on for a little bit, but it's really just to say, work on you, work on your habits, work on the future. Don't beat yourself up about it. Everybody is in the same boat, and I'm going to be there as soon as those meetings are back on. I'm going to be right there to weigh you. If you want to weigh yourself at home and you want to send me a message in private and you want to tell me how well you've done that week, or if you've struggled that week, send it to me. Don't use it as an excuse not to step back on those scales again. It really is. I'm with you all the way. I know I can't be with you physically, but I am with you, and if you need me, please contact me. Stay strong, stay sane, and all I just want to say to you is thank you to everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Never done one of these before. Really difficult, because I like to bounce off people who are in the meetings, and obviously I haven't been able to do that. Sorry if I've ranted on quite a long time, but I'm hoping that maybe it's helped some of you stay back focused again. So love to everybody, and I can't wait to see you all again very soon. Please take care of yourself and look after each other. Okay, lots of love. Bye.